Okay, guys, we're live and we're also recording the call as well as we're doing it on Mevo. I do want to share with you guys some things that are important as we go through. I'm not going to keep you very long tonight, and I do appreciate those of you that have taken time out to get on the call because it just identifies who are the players and who wants to become a player. Okay, and that's really what this is. We're embarking on a brand new adventure. This is all this expansion to Alabama this way is a brand new expansion to me, brand new adventure. I'm going to share with you guys where we are, kind of what got us to where we are, and then we can go down the road. Of course, you know, we just finished our 4-year run, and our 4-year run we grew our business dramatically. It did. It grew fantastic. We doubled our hierarchy in premium. We grew in everything, just everything across the board. We grew as a hierarchy, and not just by 5 or 10%. We grew significantly, either doubled or very close to it in every area that we measured. We did not grow in Vivid. Okay, that didn't happen. We didn't grow in Vivid, but we didn't attempt to grow in Vivid. But what we worked on, it happened. So we had planned this, and kind of where life was. Of course, I've got 2 living children. I've now got a 3rd child with Bria, Chevy's wife. So those are our kids, and of course we lost a child, and we live with that. But we've got our kids, and we've worked very, very hard for 37 years doing Primerica. And this is really what we've done as a focus for the majority of our adult life. This is what we've done. And going through the process of thinking about what to do, I really made some decisions that, dying at an op meeting wasn't what I wanted to do. And see if your mom's on. That at an op meeting isn't what I wanted to do, or at a fast start school or a company convention or anything of that nature, because I at 61 years old now, which is where I am, I honestly deal with the reality of life. And those of you guys that are on the call that are young, you don't think about that. You think you live forever, but reality is we don't. With Mr. Washington, and I'm going to say myself and Ben, we're the older statesmen around there, we start thinking about the reality of we've probably spent more time on earth than we have left. Is that true, gentlemen? Is that true, yes or no? Okay, so we think about that, and you want to think about where you at, what do you want to do, what do you want your mark to be on life. And so we had planned this out, that and at the time, the last couple of years, Chef Siobhan had not been really actively involved in Primerica. She had a license, but wasn't really actively pursuing it. And then, Chad was doing his thing in college, and we'd go to the games and enjoyed that whole process. And we had timed it so that in January, which we thought he was going to go play pro football, he decided not to go do that. And so asked him what is he wanted to go do. He decided on his own, without coaching or anything from us, that he wanted to go and do Primerica on a full-time basis. I said, wow, so that floored me. So he decided to get involved, and then Siobhan and Bria decided to get involved, which I'm thankful for all of these things that happened. And because the reality is we are going to go, and we got to transition our organization. It's going to go to our kids. I mean, that's what's going to happen. We're not selling it to a third-party vendor. It's going to go to them, because it's a business that pays whether they're super active or not. The more active they are, it'll do more. However, but it's an annuity. That's the way I look at it. It's an annuity, and it's a gift that keeps on giving. So he decided he wanted to do this, and then I'd been speaking to people, RVPs and not, about going to Alabama, because Alabama, I believe, is one of the greatest opportunities to really go build a business in Primerica, is in Alabama, and more specifically in Birmingham. From my 37 years of experience, this is what I know. This is what I believe to be absolutely true. And so I've been, since we went to a game, which is where I heard about it, went to a game visit the people, just saw what was happening, all the logistics, which I've said, I'm not going to cover that now. But Alabama is a great place to be. So with that, I wanted people to go. And then Chad decided, again, without his own coach, without any coaching, that he was going to move to Alabama. And so if he's going to move to Alabama, and even when him and Siobhan are working, I refuse to let anyone train my children as their primary coach except me, right? If I'm alive and I got breath in me, I'm going to be the one that's going to go train my children. I have been accused by some people of being prejudiced towards my children. And the answer is, yes, you're right, I am. Okay, I am biased towards my children. Okay, I just want everybody to know that. However, I don't take anything away from anybody because of my bias towards my children. Nick, if you're not biased towards your two beautiful children, I'm going to bust you upside your head. Okay? Does that make sense to you, brother? I mean, right? You understand that, right? But I'm not going to take something from any of you to give to them, because that's not an advantage. I think that's a misuse of power or your authority. Okay, so I'm not saying that. So yes, I do have a bias, because if not for our children deciding to get involved in the business, we had decided that I was going to do my short, long. We're going to take a short vacation every 2 months, right? Short vacation. January, February, and March, we're going to take a long day, 10-day to 2-week vacation. We were starting that part of our life. Okay, that's where we really were. And then we're going to do that for 2 years, and then we're going to go short, long for 2 years. Then we're going to go long until we check the hell up out of here. That was our plan. So since our children decided that they were going to go get involved, that changed the plan. And that's why the next 4 years came about, because they decided to go do this. There was no discount to you or nothing, but when is enough money enough? It was on January the 1st of 2018. Okay, that's when it was. Okay, so we were going to be less involved in the day-to-day operation of our business, because we wanted to go do other things. So with the move to Alabama, with Chad, Siobhan, and Bria getting super actively involved, we're down a new road. And this new road I just follow my heart. This is what I do. I follow my heart, my instincts about what I should do. I've done that my entire life. And sometimes I am wrong, but most times I'm really right. So I have to continue to follow that path, because that path takes me down the road, which is proven to be very, very successful. And so it came to me that what we needed to do, in fact, let me go backwards a little bit. Let me regress, and I apologize. With the RVPs, we're going to move here, which I talked about RVPs moving here, is that I was going to come in twice a month for 3 days and 2 nights, do some meetings, do some training, and then get on a plane and fly back. I was going to do that twice a month to help people to get started here in Alabama. That was my plan. So when Chad decided to move, or if Siobhan decided to move, either one, it wouldn't matter, it's universal. Then I decided that, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to send them out here and let them go figure it out and kind of be solo. I said I'm going to split my time, so I've decided that I'm going to spend, and I've talked with Rachel about this, so I'm going to spend 2 weeks a month here in Alabama, and I'm going to spend 2 weeks a month in Dallas. That's what's going to happen, okay? 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. Originally, I was thinking about spend a week here, fly back a week, spend a week, fly back, and that would just been totally wearing me out on the plane. So we decided 2 weeks at a shot. That way we can start and get momentum, which is going to require actually some real strong leadership at both sides of the fence, both in Alabama as well in Dallas. It's going to require that. So the first thing I want to do is I've just given you the schedule. We've got it planned out all the way through the end of the year, when I'm going to be in Dallas and when I will be in Birmingham, Alabama, to help build a team here. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing I want to talk about is the importance of training class. Training class is important, and most of you have not been attending it. We do training classes on Friday evening at 7 o'clock. When I am in town, I will be at the training class. When I'm not in town, I will plug in through Mevo, I will plug in through conference call, I will plug in any way that I can plug in, but I'm going to give you everything I got every single day to help you to have the best shot at winning. But see, one of the things that doesn't really happen for the most part, I don't really go out in the field with a whole bunch of you. I've spent some time with Mr. Washington. He's direct with me. And then, of course, we got great people in the office that can help and support him there when I'm not available. And of course, we've got that, and we'll get it covered. But training class has got to be something that's important, because I don't know any time, and unless you guys can come up with some suggestions on the best time to do training class, then you please, let me know and we can figure it out. But we're not going to take a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and do it, because that's when we need to be in the field. Thursday, when we do it at just before out night, that's possible. We can switch back to doing it before out night, but that tends to have a hard time switching, especially with some of you guys picking up your recruits, your prospects, and bringing them to the office. So that's a bit of a challenge, but you let me know. So I'm open for that. But right now we got it scheduled for Friday. Saturday is tough because we do PFSU, and the only time we can do it effectively and have a good schedule is Saturday morning at 7 o'clock, and that's a challenge. Okay, so we got to think about what's the most optimum time. Sunday's not going to happen. I'm not going to do Sunday evening a training class. I personally am not going to do it. Okay, so if you guys got some suggestions, I'm open to that. We're not going to discuss that tonight, but right now, training class is Friday evening at 7 o'clock. Okay, the third point I've got to share with you guys is the importance of open communication. It is important that you talk and communicate with me. I know Oscar has been bouncing things and back and forth with me, and I appreciate that, Oscar. You're not bothering me, and nor will any of you guys bother me. Yes, I will be busy, and I'm always busy. If you hang around with me during the course of the business day, you're going to find I spend my time on the phone. I'm constantly talking, communicating with people, communicating with the home office. Yes, I am busy. Yes, I work to be extremely productive, and I take very little idle time because I'm grinding, okay? I'm grinding to go do something bigger than what we've done. But we do have open communication, and each of you can pick up the phone and call me. But I do ask that you guys, that if you got a manager or a leader in between us, that you communicate with that manager, you communicate with that leader, and give them an opportunity to learn how to become a better leader. If they can't get you an answer that works, then of course, sure, call me. Please do that. And we don't mind that, but give the leaders an opportunity to learn how to do a better job of leading and finding answers. Because one of the keys to winning is learning how to find answers, how to find solutions to problems. So open communication is important. In Dallas, you have a great staff. I have a great trained staff with Alva and Luann. They are absolutely trained. They know what to do. If you go to most Primerica offices, they don't have one human being in their office that's an administrative position. They don't have one. We have 2 full-time people that we pay a salary to help support you. That's a big deal. We run what I consider to be a business, but we have staff. So please use our staff to help you to solve your problems and to process papers and communication and things of that nature that need to be done. But you do have a direct conduit to me. I am available to you. If I'm available, I'll take your call. And any of you on this call know that if you've called me and I did not take your call, I have returned your call. If I did not return your call, it's because I promise you I missed it. But I return every single one of my calls. I am not bigger than you. I am not better than you. I am just a human being just like you. No man is better than any other man. Okay, and they are not. You have some skills that I don't have. I have some skills that you don't have. Yes, I've worked harder and at my fundamental principles as to what I do here, and I'm going to discuss that in a minute. But what we've achieved, any of you can also achieve. Okay, you know what to do. each of you on this call at this point actually know what to do. You know what to do. Not all of you have chosen to go do it. Now that's another issue. Many of you come up with rationale or rationalization or justification or just plain flat ass excuses as to why you didn't do something in the day. But my basic belief is that excuses don't pay no bills. Whether I'm in Birmingham, Alabama, or in Dallas, Texas, or in New York City, it doesn't matter if you come up with an excuse. It's just the same. But here it is, you know what to do. You have to make a decision that you're going to go do it. I believe and I understand that there are 10 basic fundamentals as to what we do. And if I were you, I would master those fundamentals. I would know them just like my A, B, C, D. I would know them just like the alphabet. I would know them just like I know how to spell my name. I would know it like my date of birth, my social security number. Without question, I would know it. Because you say, well, why, Charles? Why should you know the 10 fundamentals? Why should you master the 7 systems? Why should you master the 5-2? Why, Charles? Because this is how I choose to make income to take care of my family. This is how I choose to have enough bullets when I go to the grocery store to buy the food that we need, because I don't go hunting in the backyard for food. I hunt at the grocery store. That's where the forest is. So I would master that. See, and each of you know, and I'm not checking any of you right now, but you know if you've mastered those skills. Take a piece of paper and write them down and just see if you know them. And if you do, great, then execute. But if you don't, then you're BSing with yourself. So master the 10 fundamentals. You know it. If you don't know them, you know where to go, where they are, and you can go do them. You can go master, because you can win here too. No different than myself, Charles Charlemagne, Glenn Walden, Jerry Byer, any other great leaders in our company. You know you can win. We will use technology, just like right now. I'm using Mevo. We're using a conference call line. This is technology. We have to use technology in order to communicate, because physically I just cannot be in more than one place at one time. I just can't do it. And I know a lot of people think this, and man, you know, Charles, I know that you can just be in more than one place at one time, but I just can't do it. I'm restricted by the known as time, and we just can't do it. But one thing I do know, I do know that I'm learning how to use technology to help me. Okay, so again, you in and plug your people in. Make sure that you plug your people into the group me, because that's a great way for us to communicate by sending texts out to folks. So you've got to add people to the group text so they can get communicated with, okay? So go ahead and do that, okay? This is all this adventure, this coming to Birmingham, Alabama, and spending 2 weeks here and 2 weeks there, and flying in and flying out and flying in and flying out, new to me. This is the first time. This is all brand new to me. This is a new adventure, and we're going to make some mistakes along the way with this. I promise you we're going to make some mistakes. We're going to give it our best, but we're going to make some mistakes. I know Rachel's going to be coming in from time to time, helping with the office and all the stuff situated. But it's new, but we're going to make it work, okay? So work with us, work with us, be independent, go stand strong, go build your business, because you got to remember that you're here for you and your family, and we're simply a conduit to it. Now remember, you're going to have me more than you would have had me if our children hadn't decided to get involved and to really start to go do this. So you got me more than you would have if that hadn't happened. And I'm going to do this and be strong and be on their own. And I'll be back to have 100% of my time in Dallas. So here's a time where, again, we've been there now for 14 years. Since 2004, we've been there in Dallas. And many people take it for granted, thinking that we're going to be there forever and that you can pick up and kind of do this kind of want. But right now, many of you probably feel a little bit of a void because you can't walk down the hall and I'm not there, or stop by the house and I'm not there. Well, I'm sorry, but that's what happened. If it had not been for one of my children, we would not be here. But guess what? Much is given, much is required, and this is what is the God everything, giving him everything we can to help them to win. Okay, so now you're going to find out how good you are and how good you can be. The question at the end of the day is it worth it? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? That is the question that you have to answer for yourself. For me, the answer is yes. It's absolutely worth it. Just to be free, not to have had a job for 37 years, not to punch a clock, to come and go as we please and have the freedom to make as much income as my ability will allow, and to be paid exactly what I'm worth to the penny. Yes, sir, it is absolutely worth it. All the people that I know that make much more income than I do, absolutely, yes, ma'am, yes, sir, they are. In or out of Primerica. However, but it's worth it. So you got to determine, is it worth it for you? Is it worth it for you? That's the question you've got to answer. Starting a new base shop, this will be the 5th time that we've built a base shop. If you know Primerica, the vast majority of RVPs will never build a base shop one time. A base shop that produces RVPs, they'll have a base shop, and many of them will go on and make money, but they'll never build a base shop that produces RVPs. We've done that 4 times successfully. In Honolulu, Hawaii, Columbus originally came out of that base shop. St. Louis, George Harrison came out of that base shop. Albuquerque, Byron Armstrong, and some others came out of that base shop. Evan Mendio, several others. In Texas, Estrada, Bryan, and there's some more. They all came out of that base shop, and so this is the 5th time that we was done with this part of my life. I didn't want to go do this anymore. I honestly don't want to go out in the field at night and go through kitchen tables. I don't want to go through people canceling appointments, okay, and people set an appointment and don't keep it, and all the frustrating things that you guys deal with at the front level, okay? You're on the front line of battle. And I didn't want to go through that again because I've done it 4 times. I didn't want to go through that again. But I'm making up my mind. I'm totally selling in to myself to going in and doing that again here in Birmingham. It ain't the highlight of my life, but it's what I'm going to do because, again, much is given, much is required. God gave me our children, so that requires a great deal of me to step up my game. So we're going to go do this for the 5th time, and I pray it's the last time. I do pray it's the last time. I'm looking forward to Siobhan and really, becoming ultimately what happens is she runs that hub down there and Chad runs this hub down here. Ultimately, that's what I love to see happen. But we're going to see what happens. I don't know. I just know that we're going to go do this and we're committed. I'm 100% committed to Dallas and I'm 100% committed to Birmingham, Alabama. I'm going to do both. Excuse me. We're going to burn the candle at both ends, but that's what we're going to go do. Okay, so I'm letting you know that you've got it. Then you've got us. And we're going to build a base shop for the 5th time. And out of that base shop, we're going to get RVPs coming out of Dallas, Texas. My expectations are high for all of you that's on this call. And my expectations are high for the people that we have not even recruited yet here in Birmingham, Alabama. But they are high for the leaders that we have right now, which is Chad. Okay, we're excited about that. I'm excited about Siobhan being in Dallas and Bria and what they're fighting to go do, and they're going to figure it out just like all of you. But together, guys, we are a family, and we're going to figure this out together. What do I believe in? Okay, first thing, I do believe in the free enterprise system, and I suggest that you do too. I believe in the free enterprise system. I believe that this is the greatest country in the world. You need. I don't know what you need. Maybe you need to go eat 4 popsicles loaded with sugar. Maybe you need to go do something where you're going to go get excited. But I am absolutely, absolutely fired up about the override system. Number 3, I believe in me. And I suggest that you believe in the person you see in the mirror. You've got to find a strong core belief in yourself. You've got to believe in you. Because if you don't believe in you, nobody else will. Okay, so believe in you. And then the 4th thing is you got to believe in Primerica. You got to believe that if you go do the work and you go do what's required, that Primerica is going to deliver. Today, we're a company, we're a 140-year-old company, not 140, we're a 42-year-old company with tremendous success. I was checking today, and stock is trading like $118, $120 a share. What a phenomenal success story this is, and you are part of it. Don't be one of those people when you become a grandchild and you sit down and say, you know, I was part of that and one you didn't go do it. Go be one of those people that said, I did it. I did it. I was one of the people that did it. Look at where we are today. Look how much better your life is than where it was because we did it. Your mom and I, we did it. What do you believe in? I'm telling you what. Remember what you bought in, okay? Remember what we bought to do, what you brought to the table. None of us on this call bought $1 million to the table. You didn't bring $1 million to Primerica. You didn't sign a letter of a debt of $1 million. You didn't even put up $500,000. You didn't even put up $250,000. You didn't put up $125,000 or $100,000 or $50,000 or $25,000 or $10,000. Not even $1,000. Not even $500. All you put in is $124. But it's worth $2 million. If you look and compare this to McDonald's, and McDonald's only pays $2 million in income. Become an RVP. So that $124 that you paid to join this company is worth $2 million. I suggested most of you start acting like it. I think you need to act like you put up $2 million because you don't act like you put up $2 million. You act. Suggest to you, each of you, that you remember your IBA says independent. You're an independent business application. But you do have the full support of my family, of myself, and my staff to help you to go build a business. It is time to game on. It is time to go game up and go build a business. There are certain fundamental things that we're going to do and you're going to master. Is setting appointments, is giving a winning presentation, is handling client, right? Is getting people, clients involved in the business, and is getting recruits started, trained, licensed, develop, and become productive field trainers. That's what we're going to go do. It works. Please quit trying to reinvent the wheel. Stick to the plan. The plan works. I'm going to do it. Every phone call I can help you with, I'm going to do it. I'm going to give you everything I got. All I ask you to do is you give it everything you got. That's what I'm asking. Guys, I appreciate you. I'm open to any questions or comments that you guys have, but it's game on. We're the Mighty Oaks. We're going to be meeting with Whitney and her team in November the 12th, and we're going to come in like gangbusters. We ain't going to come in like no wimps. We're going to come in competing. We're going to go compete, but we got to grow recruiting. Guys, we got to go out and reinstate cases. Our persistency dropped 2 points. We got to go fix that. Let's go fix that. Let's go grow our recruiting business. Let's go build a business. And let's act like grown-up men and women and go run yourself a business, because you're in business for yourself, but you're not in business by yourself. Thank you much, and let me open up to questions or comments. Yeah, Oscar. Speak up, Oscar.
You're coming back to 4th?
I'm coming back on the 5th.
On the 5th, oh, okay.
Then I'll basically be there for 2 weeks. Then I'm on a plane again, 2 weeks, then 2 weeks, 2 weeks. That's how we're rolling.
Awesome.
I'm in, dude. When I land from the airport, I go straight to the office, man. I'm everything I got. I went walking today with Chad. I walked for 30 minutes. So I'm going to work on my health, again, because, you know, you can't go out and do nothing big if you've got bad health, and I need to work on my health, so I'm doing that. I just want to win. And I know the only way to win is to help you guys to win. Okay? Honestly, it's to help you guys to win. And that's what I'm going to go do. Any other questions, thoughts, comments y'all got? Okay, well, look, I hope you guys feel good about this. I was just giving you guys information today. I'm not yelling at anybody. I'm just asking you to game up and get right to prepare for the game and the game up. Thursday night's our opportunity meeting. You guys, let's go have that meeting packed out. Prove that you don't need me. Prove that you can go build a business. I ain't got to be there in the room for it to work. Go make sure you, the leader of training class, you communicate to your people. And let's go set appointments and go to kitchen tables. Let's go do this business, because I don't know where else any of us can go and have a chance to make 6 and high 6 and 7-figure income than here. I don't know where else we can go. If you got one, hey, let me know. I don't know where it is.
I haven't found it either.
I ain't either. Master your skill, get your licenses, and let's go get big. Okay? So that's what's going on. I just want to share that with you guys, because we've gotten settled here, and we're working to go make this work. But I'm going to give you guys everything I got. That's what I promise you. Okay? I'm going to give you everything I got. Everything. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, look, yes.
No, we're all in. We're all in.
That's what I want to hear. Somebody was saying something.
Let's do it. We don't give it all.
That's right. Let's go put recruits. We're going to put recruits, premium, licenses, and secure services in the pipeline. Let's go get big. Let's go get big. Okay? All right. All right, everybody. I appreciate you immensely. If you want to call me back, you're welcome to. Thank you so much, and have a great evening. God bless you all. Thank you. Good night.
All right. God bless you, Mr. Charles. Have a good night.
Thank you all.
Thanks, Charles.
To stop conference